السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. مرحبا إلى حلقة Alwudu. Inshallah, today we are going to discuss about Alwudu. Alwudu is also known as ablution, is also purification. But what kind of part of the purification is Alwudu, ablution? We have the ritual bath, purification, and we have the ablution. What is the meaning of ablution? Ablution is washing or cleaning parts of the body with clean water in preparation for salat. That is al-wudu. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did say, al-wudu ala al-wudu, nurun ala nur. When you prepare, you perform ablution on ablution, it adds to nur, it's nur. It gives you nur on nur, nur on nur. Allah said in Quran 5 verse 4, He said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idha qumtum ila salat فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين. Indeed, Allah did say about ablution. How do you make ablution in this verse? Allah said when you want to pray, you should perform ablution. In ablution, there are three categories of under the ablution. We have the obligatory part, which Allah Himself ordained, and we have the Sunnah part, and we have the virtuous part that the scholars, the four scholars, Imam Malik, Abu Hanifa, Shafi'i ibn Hanbal, and other scholars, they come together and said, even doing this part is part of the ibadah, which if you do not do it, it is not haram, it is not obliged. If you don't do it, there is no sin. But if you fail to do the obligatory part or the sunnah part, it is a sin. Allah did said, Ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasul wa ulil amri minkum, that indeed you should follow what Prophet Muhammad, if you follow Allah, what Allah did said, follow him, and what Prophet Muhammad ordained you to do, you should follow it. Therefore the Prophet is bringing it from Allah. The obligatory part of ablution, number one, the intention part. The intention, when you want to perform ablution, you have intention that I want to perform ablution. And before you saying I want to perform ablution, you taking or going towards the water, running water or the kettle, you already have the intention that you want to perform ablution. Then the second obligatory part is washing your face with water. How do you wash your face? Some of us wash like this. It is wrong. It is wrong. Your ablution is invalid, because when you, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when you perform ablution perfectly, that indeed the ablution is going to wash away your sin from that of the salat you perform perfectly to the other salat. Allahu Akbar. So washing, how do you wash your face? You wash your face by starting from the forehead to under the chin, and from the ear, the beginning of the ear down to here, like this. This is the total face. You make sure the water, and if you have gemu like me, you have PS, you make sure you touch them, you open them, and water touches under the chin. That is how you perform, that is how you rub your face, or you wash your face. Thirdly, hands to elbow. You start from the fingers here to your elbow, here. Inshallah, we are going to show how we perform ablution. We're going to do the practical. Then wiping the head. How do you wipe your head? You wipe your head all over the head. It is fard. In this wiping the head, some female, they may be afraid of you don't pour water on the head. No, you just make sure your palm is wet and you touch them, including the male. Feet to ankle, you wash your leg from your feet, your foot, all the toes to the ankle, not to the chin. No, to the ankle only. And proper rubbing, when you're performing an ablution, you don't just pour water like this, or you pour water and you pour water like this. No, you rub it like you are bathing. And when you're doing the lastly, which is the seventh, is continuity. When you're performing ablution, it has stages. You follow the stages one another. So the stages of ablution: one, you wash your hand. So if you want to start ablution, you now start by washing your mouth. It's wrong. So it has stages. You follow the stages. Islam is a religion of program. It has its own program stages. Now, Sunnah, the Sunnah path is, before you start performing ablution, you make sure you wash your palm to the wrist. You wash the two palms very well and it's clean. You open your fingers and your fingernails, you wash them, you make sure there's no dirt there. Allah, Islam is a religion of purification. You wash your mouth, pour water in the mouth. Because Islam knows that for a long time your mouth may be, so you wash your mouth. You sniff in water into the nose. Then sniffing it, exhaling out from the nose. The ears, how do you rub your ears? You rub your ears from the inner part like this, then like this to the layers, outside the layers, you come down, then the outside. But some will pour water and do like this. No, it's wrong. When you're performing an ablution, you renew waters from stage to stage. Return hands from head. When you're performing the Sunnah part of ablution is when you rub your hair. Rubbing your hair is obligatory part, which Allah mentioned in the Quran. But when you take your head backward and you bring it back is Sunnah, which you have to do as a Muslim. Then arranging, you have to arrange your wudu. You arrange them accordingly. There are various paths of ablution. The virtuous part, number one, you say Bismillah. You say what? Bismillah. When you say it, it's bad, Allah will reward you. But if you don't say it, no problem. But when you say it, Allah reward. We need the reward. So we have to say it. Say Bismillah. And when you say Bismillah, you start your ablution. And immediately after the ablution, the second is you pray. Or you observe nawafil if it is not time for prayer. But make sure as a Muslim, you're always on ablution. It is good. 2, 3, talking when you're performing ablution, you don't discourse. Because the scholar says that when you perform in ablution, you are preparing yourself to go and meet Allah as clean as pure. So why don't you just perform ablution and just go to the masjid and observe your salat or you observe your nawafil? Quantity of water, when you're performing ablution, you don't extra use waters. The water you're going to use should be quantified. You don't waste water. Even the tap running water, you don't waste it. Islam is a religion that doesn't love wastage. So you don't waste water when you're performing ablution. Brushing the teeth. This place, brushing the teeth is a virtuous act. That means you brush your teeth with a dry chewing stick, or you can use as well mark clean, like a close-up to brush your teeth in every salat. So if you cannot, no problem, it's not haram. But if you do that, it's helpful. It's helpful for your teeth, for you not to have a problem in the teeth. Then clean place. When you're performing ablution, you perform ablution in a clean area, in a clean surface. Don't perform ablution in a dirty place. No, it's not advisable. Right hand, when you're performing ablution, you start from the right. You start from the right, not from the left. Right first before left. The forehead. The forehead is part of the virtuous, which means when you're washing your face, you wash all this place like this, not from here, like this. No, you wash from the forehead. When you're performing ablution, you arrange the Sunnah part and the obligatory part and the washing. Yes. So when you want to perform ablution, you can perform ablution once. That means 1. You can perform 3 times. 3. The face 3, the ear once, the head once, the leg once. And the mouth 3 times, the nose 3 times. Inshallah, we are going to describe and see how we perform ablution.